You know, I wonder if there's a Monster Hunter card game. This is NFL.com. So it turns out with a series as infinitely marketable as Monster Hunter, Capcom decided to do what everyone does and make a trading card game out of it. It was called Monster Hunter Hunting Card, and it released exclusively in Japan in 2008 and lasted until about the end of 2009. Which makes it hard to find info about it, as you can probably imagine. Surprisingly enough, there aren't a lot of resources I could find about an obscure decade-old card game from Japan to really give the most in-depth analysis about the game. So this video is just me talking about an obscure facet of Monster Hunter I found sort of interesting. Now, there's no cards without the game, right? Well, I'm sorry to say, but I couldn't find much info on how you actually play the game. I'm sure if I could read Japanese, I'd be able to read all of this, but alas, I'm illiterate. From the different sources I gathered from, the aim of the game are to slay these monster cards with the random assortment of bullshit the game gives you, which earns you a certain amount of guild points. And the first player to hit 2,000 guild points win. I'm assuming these numbers in the corner of the monster cards are the amount of points you earn when you hunt them. Oh yeah, I should probably explain what these cards even are. There are 6 types of cards in this game: Hunters, Otomos, or Palicos if you're a filthy Englishman, and Shakalakas, Event, Quest, Target Monsters, and Guild Monster cards. How deck compositions really worked, I don't know. But what I do know for sure is that the art on these cards rocked hard. I know that's to be expected, like that's the whole point of the collecting aspect of it, but I really like the art here. It does a good job at giving us different insights into the different aspects of the Monster Hunter world. I especially love the monster cards though. The artwork does a good job at making them look ferocious and intimidating. You know, like a monster. These are animals who probably want you more dead than alive. I'm glad that they didn't tone it down to make them more marketable. Granted, the whole point of the game is to kill them, so it'd be kind of weird if they were cute, but still. I love the Hunter and Palico arts for mostly the same reason. They do a good job at showing us what these characters are and how they act. You know, the Hunters are just ready for action and, you know, they're just cool, I guess. I like it too because it gives us artwork of a bunch of different armors which we probably wouldn't see otherwise. Palicos are the same way. They're supposed to be more fun and goofy than the Hunters, and the art on the cards reflect that. They're just out there having fun. As a matter of fact, they released a book filled with all the art from the card game in 2010 after they sort of discontinued the game. I mean, they never announced its cancellation as far as I can tell, but let's be honest. They released a book compiling every piece of art through its run up to that point with no plans to do anything afterwards. I think they knew what was going to happen after they did that. I personally don't have the book, and my only access to it are a few scans off of Google Images and some YouTube videos reviewing the book, but from what I've seen, it looks pretty cool. This game also has a lot of the merch you'd associate with card games, you know, sleeves, deck boxes, card files, etc. I really like the sleeves though. They have some pretty cool art on them. Even if they're just art from various cards, I'm always a sucker for trading card sleeve art, as niche as that might be. There was a handful of sets released for this game over the course of its lifetime. I won't list them all here, but I'll go ahead and have them scroll across the screen. Like other card games, they also released pre-built decks, so you could just, jump right into the game. What I don't get though is that they sold half-built decks, which I mean, like, what? Like, fair enough, maybe people just wanted a base to add on to, but I still don't get it. I guess it did make the decks cheaper. Maybe you could have bought 2 of them and, like, mashed them together to make a proper deck. That would have been cool. Although this isn't Capcom's only attempt to make Monster Hunter a trading card game, as they gave it at least 2 more shots. Sort of. Monster Hunter Stories got its own trading card game, which makes sense. I think it probably works better due to the competitive nature of Stories gameplay. Stories is more like Pokemon, where it's two monsters going head to head with each other. Meanwhile, in like regular Monster Hunter, like a bunch of guys are fighting monsters together, so, you know. I won't go too deep into it, but it looks pretty cool. I really like the artwork for the most part, but I'm not a fan when card games just use renders of models or other pieces of art to make cards. I really do like the gimmick though. You can get a monster card and a hunter card and put them together to make a bigger, better card, similar to Legends cards from Pokemon. It's cool and I like it. The second one is called Monster Hunter Big Game Hunting Quest, as much of a mouthful as that is. And it was an iOS card game released in 2013, and, will I be demonetized for looking at this stuff? Wait, I'm not even monetized? I guess I don't have anything to worry about then. Yeah, it's one of those games, if the card art is anything to go by. For what it's worth, it looks kinda fun. You throw like just a lot of random bullshit at monsters till they die, which I'm sure some people would like. Now this video isn't like a comprehensive list of everything trading card related that Capcom's done for Monster Hunter. There's so much merch tied to this series, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like 2 or 3 other different trading card games they've tried before. And I'm not kidding about the merch stuff. Did you know there are Monster Hunter Transformers? Well, now you do. Like, I am almost positive there's more Monster Hunter cards. Like, there are these cards which showed up while researching this video, which very well could be their own thing outside of hunting cards. They look like hunting cards, and they follow its format, but at the same time, the layout's different, and they're labeled under the Monster Hunter trading card game instead of Monster Hunter hunting card. And they come in different packaging, so who knows what they are for sure, because I don't. Maybe the Japanese do. But oh well, who really cares about that stuff, right? I mean, they're pieces of paper across the world which I'll never get to even look at in real life. Nonetheless, play the game they're attached to. I guess I could play Monster Hunter Big Game Hunting Quest if I download like an emulator or something. But let's be honest, why would I do that when I can just go to NFL.com? I'm putting on screen what my friend Alex is doing to my fucking script for this video. I fucking hate you, man.